I honestly don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just going to fake it till I make it. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Just gonna dive right in. We're just gonna go with the, we're just gonna roll with it. There we go. We're gonna roll with it. So I got some notes in here, what I am going to kind of, I guess, talk about in this video. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. So, hi guys, my name is Lucy. I am 24 years old. I had to think about that for a second. I am from Wyoming, nothing town in Wyoming, nothing like you see in Yellowstone, unfortunately. And because of this, there's nothing to do where I'm from. You have to like to be outside, or you're playing video games or doing drugs, to be quite honest. But anyway, I've been, I enjoy rock hunting and hiking and exploring and seeing new things. I like seeing new things because there's nothing in Wyoming. New experiences because there's nothing in Wyoming. I've always wanted to travel and see as much as I can for myself. I want to experience these things. I want that to be me. And I want to show you that, that can be you too. This video is about manifesting your reality. Did you know that you are manifesting your reality right now? Whether you know it or not, I didn't know that I have been manifesting my reality my whole life, unconsciously or unconsciously. I have this little quote to kind of give you an idea of what unconscious manifestation is. I just Googled unconscious manifestation, and this is a little first link that popped up. It was on collectivemanifestation.com. What this person had to say about unconscious manifestation: what we create from our unconscious beliefs, habitual thoughts, unacknowledged emotions, and programmed mind. The resulting manifestations may be what we want, what we don't want, or a total surprise. And I have like a little story to tie into unconscious manifestation, and I'm pretty sure I experienced all of this, what I wanted, what I didn't want, just like a total surprise. In 2016 was when my eyes really opened and I saw the world from a new perspective. I realized that, these things that are happening to me, I am creating it. I am manifesting these things that are happening in my life. You're manifesting, this water in this bottle. I manifested this water in this bottle. I poured it in here, but I thought about the water in here. I manifested it, it starts with a thought. And this first little, part to my story, let me try not to say so much. So, my biggest fear had been, being alone, abandoned. I think this is just due to my my childhood, and it was just an unconscious thought. I was unconscious but consciously thinking of this. It was a habit. It was a habitual thought. I was not fully aware that I was thinking about this all the time, and I realize now that I had pushed a lot of people that I deeply cared about away. I did push them away, unfortunately, because of my fear. I manifested it, and in 2016, I manifested abandonment. I was alone, completely and utterly alone, and I did that to myself. And, it's not all negative, not all unconscious manifestation is negative. I'm going to get to another, what's the word? Can't think of the word. Example. There we go. I'll give you another example, tied into my story here in just a minute. But, so I was all alone because of this. I had an apartment that I got with, other people, I wasn't talking to any of these people anymore. I wasn't even talking to my mom or my sister or, you know, anyone that I loved. But because of this, I was evicted. I couldn't afford my apartment. I packed up everything that I could and put it in a storage unit, and I lived with a friendly coworker for a few weeks until I figured out what I was doing. My plan was what I wanted. I wanted to stay in Colorado, and I tried everything that I could to stay in Colorado. It was just, the universe didn't want me to stay in Colorado. You know, everything that I did, it just wasn't working. And I had to, you know, find a place now, and it wasn't happening. And I had a friend in Utah that had offered me, even a few years prior to this, it was earlier in 2015 where this person had offered me to come live with him and his roommates. This friend, he's awesome. He just, you know, he saves up money and he just travels. Like, he does that, you know, and he helped inspire me to realize, you know, I can do it too. You know, anybody can do it. You know, that's, you know, you're manifesting it. He was manifesting it. He was doing it. And, you know, I decided to go to Utah. Not my first choice. And 2 weeks before going to Utah, my Jeep had been rear-ended. And it was an older Jeep, and because of, you know, just the damages and all that stuff, you know, I was waiting for it to, you know, be checked out and see, you know, how much, or, you know, like, how long it's going to take for them to fix it. And I'm just waiting forever for this insurance company to get back to me, and it's, you know, basically time for me to go. I'm supposed to be leaving in a few days, and I'm, you know, I want to feel defeated, but I keep pushing, you know, I keep trying, and I get a phone call, you know, after I had literally asked the universe, you know, what now, like, what happens next, and the universe, I feel like this was an answer. I don't know if you've watched Victor Odin, but there are signs and answers, you know, he has some great videos about all kinds of beautiful things. I would check him out. Highly recommend him. But anyway, I got this phone call from the insurance company of the other party, from the kid that hit me, and they told me, you know, the damages are too high. The car is totaled, so, you know, we're going to give you $4,000 for the car. Or actually, I got $4,200 for my Jeep, and I originally paid $3,500 for the car, but I put about I literally got back what I had bought the Jeep for, and what I put into the Jeep. So I manifested that money back into my life unconsciously, you know, for this. It was kind of a shitty situation, but, you know, I manifested this into my life. And then I also manifested, you know, that car, or that money went on a down payment on a new car. And I've always had a car that I've had issues with, like, it's always overheating. It's usually with the radiator. I always have issues with the radiator for some reason. But I put a down payment on a 2014 Hyundai Accent. I haven't had any issues with it. I manifested a car that works, that I don't have issues with. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Like, it's awesome not having to stress about your car. And it is amazing on gas. That's another thing. I wanted something that was good on gas. The only thing is, it doesn't have any oomph. The one cool thing about it is it's a manual. Another cool thing, I taught myself how to drive a manual. You can do anything you put your mind to. That's, you know, the whole point of this video. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Sorry, I'm getting really ecstatic here. I have a lot of energy. I'm just really excited to share this with you guys. But sorry, I'm just looking down at my notes to see what else I have jotted down here. But I believe since 2016 I've been unconsciously manifesting, you know, I've wanted to travel my whole life. And, you know, Josio, my friend in Utah, really, you know, made me realize I can do it too. And I feel like, you know, it's always been in the back of my head, and it's finally happened. Like, I'm finally I see it as, something to take advantage of. This situation is kind of negative. I will just make a whole another video about that. Talk to you about that with Kevin because we had experienced it together. It's kind of our story, so we'll share that with you together. But basically, it happened again, but something beautiful came out of it. Like, I'm saying, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. When you feel like you're drowning, keep swimming, keep pushing, because, no one else is going to, you can't count on anybody else. You need to count on you and you alone. When you are the most important person in your life. When you are up here, that's when you can give. You can't give when you're down here. And that's where I'm at. I'm trying to better myself, and this is going to better me. This is what I want in life. This is what makes me happy. I want to travel and experience and see the world, and, I'm manifesting it. And I want to show you that, you're manifesting your life right now. It's just a matter of, what you're manifesting, what you are manifesting into your reality. What do you want? It's a matter of, trying to consciously manifest. That is what I am working on, consciously manifesting. So I believe that is everything I wanted to throw at you guys this evening, because it is evening where I am right now. But I will continue sharing with you what, I just have other stories to tie in with this one, just about my situation, where I'm at right now. It's beginning of a new journey, beginning of a new chapter in my life, beginning of a new book. That's what it feels like. That's how beautiful and just excited I am about this. So if, I don't even know what to say. Videos are awkward. Talking to inanimate objects are weird. I hope you guys have a lovely day, a lovely night, whatever it is. And, Alan, thank you.